Good morning and welcome back to Dandelion Dreams Homestead. Today we thought we would just update you on a few things on the homestead, and we're also going to do some gardening. So first off, we have some really sad news. If you've watched our previous videos, you know that we had a little emu named Richard, and he was born with splayed legs that then turned into twisted leg. And if you watch our old videos, you can see that we made him his own wheelchair, and that really helped his legs straighten out and strengthen, and that really fixed him for a couple of months. And then suddenly, within 2 weeks, it just completely twisted backwards again, and he was no longer able to walk. We did try to make him a brace, a metal brace that would go over his back and hold onto his legs to twist that leg back in and keep it straight so that he could walk. And unfortunately, he's so strong now that he literally just bent the metal and put his leg back how it was. So we did wind up having to put him down. We were all super heartbroken about it. We really loved Richard and we're sad to see him go. So unfortunately, we no longer have Richard, but we do still have the 3 baby emus that just hatched. And we were going to introduce them today because we realized we never told you their names, and that we did find out what gender they each are. So let's do that now. Well, first up we have Kevin here. He was the firstborn of the 3. And he is a boy, hence the name Kevin. Kevin is definitely our friendliest one. He was the firstborn, and he had a full day to himself before any of the others hatched. So he's been held the most, and he imprinted on us before he had another emu to imprint on. So, Mo here. Come over here, buddy. Mo's holding, woo! Okay. Mo's holding Karen. Oh, actually we can't see her. You can't see her? There you go, scoot over, I guess. See, you can see right there. Mo's holding Karen. She's a little crazy.
Yeah.
And she's definitely a Karen. She lives up to the name for sure. So Karen was the second born.
And kind of a jerk. She likes to poop on me.
Yes. She's not as much as to be held because she likes to poop on you. But she is our blonde emu, which are more rare, so we're excited to have her, even though she's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, all the time. All the time, every day. Always. Oh my God.
Our third emu here is Gerald, and he's definitely the most crazy of the 3. Gerald was the third born, so he very much imprinted on the other 2 emus and doesn't like to be separated from them. We can tell Gerald... Hey. We can tell Gerald and Kevin apart because if you look, Gerald is quite a bit darker. Here, let's get back so they can see him. There you go. Gerald is quite a bit darker than Kevin. Plus, on their necks, you can see that Gerald has dark stripes down the front of his neck. And Kevin looks like little polka dots, and they're very light. So they're pretty easy to tell apart. Plus their demeanor. Gerald is also a boy, so we have 2 boys and 1 girl. Okay. It's okay. Oh, he just pooped on me.
I know. I really thought Karen was going to poop on you.
Alrighty then.
I want to change your shirt.
Okay, Mo and I both got pooped on. We did a quick change. And I think Mo's going to introduce you to his ducklings. They've grown so much already. Alright, go ahead.
So, I'm going to introduce my ducklings. This is Webby, and she loves me. She loves me so much. When I'm sitting down here, I turn upside down, and then she'll only play drums on her belly. She's really cute, and she's really nice.
Show us your belly so we can see her feathers on her belly.
Yeah. Feathers are really pretty, right? Okay, I'll get the other ones. I was thinking, once our farm grows, we could do little tours.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
No. And this is Dewey. He looks like he has a little mohawk. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but he has a little mohawk. And when he gets angry, it goes up, and when he doesn't get angry, it just looks like he has a regular head. Yeah, so his name's Dewey.
Dewey?
And, no, it's Dewey.
Oh.
And he's kind of a jerk.
And this is little Huffly.
Oh, here comes Milo.
Huffly.
Sit back a little bit.
Dewey.
Introduce us to your buddy.
This is Hufflepuff. Huffly.
What does Hufflepuff like to do?
Run around, go in her cage. And the duck loves her going in their cage. I just found the ducks in the Hufflepuff cage, 2 of them,
Goodness.
snuggling. I had to chase them out of there.
Okay, Hufflepuff, time to go in the bunny museum. Bunny museum. Change the light, Hufflepuff.
And here's Huey. But Mommy likes to call him Launchpad because whenever he tries to run away, he always slips and falls down. So we like calling him Launchpad. But his real name's Huey. And they don't either.
And what else do we call him?
If you can see his face, it's all black. So
She's pushing.
So so Mommy started calling. So mommy calling him motorcycle accident duck. It's because it looks like he fell off his motorcycle or something. Yeah, and there Louie's over there somewhere.
I have to like that.
So this is Louie. We call him Louie because because in DuckTales, Louie is so lazy.
Hey!
And plus whenever we see him, he's always laying down, just chillaxing. So yeah, we call him Louie.
Also, Hufflepuff likes catalogs. They snuggle. See, you can see the mine over there.
He likes who?
Catalogs. Hufflepuff like catalogs.
His name is Kellogg's.
Catalogs.
Kellogg's.
Catalogs.
Not catalogs.
Catalogs.
So Kellogg's and Hufflepuff have become fast friends. They tend to hang out together
All day.
all day long. Kellogg's is our rooster. If you remember from the last video, flew out of the coop. But now he seems to have settled in quite nicely.
Yeah. He was gonna choke one of the ducks. Plus I'm glad.
Think about what you want to say, okay?
I'm glad that Kellogg's eyesight isn't very good because it was Webby that did it, and I didn't want him to choke Webby.
It was Webby that did what?
That first attacked Kellogg's.
Oh. That's you.
It was that. You can see that one with. You can see the one close to Hufflepuff. That's the duck who got choked. You can see like little, like fur, like sticking out really hard. That's the one he got choked by. That's the one he got choked.
So in the coop, we tend to notice the 4 ducklings all hang out together.
Oh, the 3 emus.
The 3 emus hang out in their little mob.
And the chickens in
The Rhode Island Reds hang out together.
Except this one. Why not two buddies?
And typically Kellogg's and Hufflepuff hang out.
Yeah, and the duck. Yeah, what about Cody?
And then we have Cozy. If you remember, she's sitting on our peafowl eggs. She also has some Muscovy eggs and some guinea eggs under her. And she's been doing such a great job. We did candle our peafowl eggs yesterday, and it looks like only one is developing. So hopefully we'll have what little pea chick.
So, you may remember these are our baby chicks, but one died a few weeks ago. But something really funny is that when they still in the little box, the turkeys knocked down one of the flaps and then flew out and started walking around the house at night. And we didn't know until we waked up. So I found the little yellow one just sitting by my dad's door. And the other one stayed by the box. I like you the best.
This is our bronze-breasted turkey. We have a white-breasted turkey and then 2 little Rhode Island Reds that have survived. Not really sure what happened to the other one. We woke up and he was just laying there kind of sickly and he just passed away, so. But everyone else seems to be healthy and doing good.
Hi. So cute. They're so cute.
Good.
So surprisingly how small they are. They have these really big wings. And their feathers are really long. See? Wings are really big. And the one-eyed red's wings are also pretty big. Compared to their size, their wings are really big. Man, those turkeys are like twice the Rhode Island Red size.
Yeah, they grow a lot faster and they'll be a lot bigger. We also sell our eggs in the incubator here. I did some canneling of a few of them and quite a few of them seem to be developing quite well. And then there's a couple that definitely aren't fertile or aren't developing at all. But this is my first time canneling, so I'm leaving everything in. Figure they're already in there. Might as well see what happens. Alright, so we did start a garden. We started gardening and using our greenhouse for some seed starters.
But our dog ate them.
Yep, basically everyone that grew, Ranger, our puppy, decided to take out and eat. So we are starting over, and since we haven't had a chance to till the actual land and figure out exactly where we want a permanent garden to go, let me just zoom out and show you. You can see there's our lawn right here, and then up here is the pasture, and we own all the way up to the trees that are back lining this driveway. So the back pasture is where we've gone back and forth on where we want to do our garden versus where we want to have our animals and our emus to go. So since we hadn't really confirmed where exactly and how exactly we want to partition that out, we haven't had time to till the land to make a real in-ground garden. So for the time being, we are just going to be doing bucket gardening.
Bucket gardening! And they all smell like pickles! Well, what's that fair?
So the plan is this year we're just going to garden in these pickle buckets that my awesome sister-in-law gave us from her job. They get lots of pickles at her restaurant. So she was able to give us all these buckets, these 5-gallon buckets.
And they all smell like pickles.
Yes, they all smell like pickles, but that's okay.
I get it.
So we've started 5 already. This one is our kale that we're growing for the emus and the animals because they love, love, love kale. You can see those are already starting to sprout. Then we have 2 buckets of cantaloupe and 2 buckets of watermelon started already. And today we are going to start some more. The original owners of this property built our house. They dug the foundation and they basically just put all the dirt in this big mound that's behind me. So it's just been this big dirt pile and it's been growing bushes, weeds, a tree, and they also used it as a shooting backstop. They had some shooting targets in front of it and that kind of stopped it from the bullets from going any further. So today we're going to use some of this dirt. You can see where we've kind of started digging already. We even got the tractor out and realized there's some really good dirt here. So we are going to be using this dirt and we're going to combine it with some compost to fill our buckets with. So we're going to start doing that today. Okay, so let me just preface to say that I know nothing about gardening. I'm a horrible gardener. The buckets of gardening that we've already started, I'm just thrilled that I even remember to water it for the last 5 days. So this is all very trial and error. So I asked a bunch of people who do know what they're doing, and a lot of them said, just add some compost to this garden, this dirt, just add some compost to this dirt and see how it goes. So this is definitely going to be a trial and error year. But I mean, the dirt looks good as far as dirt goes.
What's the worms, Mom?
So I guess you guys can come along and see how horrible this goes or how great it goes. Okay, so then we went to this hardware store and we just went ahead and got some compost since we haven't been here long enough to make our own compost piles, which we are going to be starting this year. So we're going to mix some compost in with the dirt pile to give it extra nutrients to help the plants grow. Okay, while I mix in the rest of this compost into our dirt pile, Mo is going to teach you how to prepare the buckets.
So I'm going to drill holes in the bottom of these buckets so the water can escape. So first you get a drill.
Show me that drill bit you have.
A drill, that's what I have. I have a Roy Build drill. Ryobi.
Show them the bit, the part that you're
doing. The bit. So you put the drill bit on where you want to drill the hole, push down, ta-da!
How many holes are you going to drill?
We suggest drilling 5 holes, 4 on the outer and 1 in the middle. So I'm going to be doing that.
Alright, so since we're going to be hatching the pea chicks indoors, we decided just to go ahead and fill Cozy's nest with just the guinea eggs. That way we know they're all going to hatch at the same time and she's not going to leave the nest with eggs that haven't hatched yet, since the Muscovies could be hatching a few days after the guineas. So we're going to candle them now and see which ones are possibly going to hatch, and those are the ones we're going to leave for her to hatch out here. And the ones we're unsure about, since I'm not really great at candling, we're going to put in the incubator just in case. Right. Okay, you can see that it's dark up here, and then there's an air pocket, and you can also see the veins growing. There's the air pocket right there. As he grows more, that's going to fill that up almost all the way until he's ready to hatch. But you can see the veins on there. That's pretty cool. I'm going to check the peahens. This is our regular India blue. Oh, look at actually, he's still pretty light, so there's some darkness up on top, but it looks like this one did not continue to develop. But we're going to put it in the incubator anyway and see what happens. This is our pied chick. Oh, and you can see clearly that's very dark. And then it just has the air socket at the bottom. So hopefully that one will hatch. Looks like it's pretty dark with just a light pocket, so I think that one's okay. Did I say Muscovy?
Mama's coming back.
That one looks good. Okay, that's good. You can see the air pocket down at the bottom and it's pretty dark at top. Okay, as you can see, this one is pretty light all the way through, so this one is not going to hatch. There's nothing growing up in that one. So this one will not be putting in her nest. Okay, that's good. Okay, there's her nest. She has 15 eggs in there now. Let's see if she can sit on all those. Here comes Big Mama now. Going back to her nest. Here, Big Mama. Come cozy. She's such a good mama. She got those all covered. Alright, just a few more days and hopefully we'll have some little baby chicks. So if you've been following along with our videos, you'll know that a few weeks ago I was able to get my hands on some peafowl eggs. The lady we bought them from gave us 2 eggs, one from each set of her birds, and she called me just yesterday so we could candle eggs and see how the eggs were doing. It looked like only one of them was still developing and it looked like the other one probably wasn't going to make it. So she decided she was going to give us a couple more eggs for free. That way we could have a good hatch rate and that the kids and myself could really enjoy the little pea chicks. So when we met yesterday to go get the eggs, she decided to go ahead and give us a bunch more eggs because she's going to be leaving out of town and she doesn't have anyone to care for the chicks while she's gone. So she gave us all the eggs that were going to be hatching in that time frame. So we're super excited. We have 9 extra peafowl eggs. So hopefully they'll be hatching soon. It looks like the dates on there could be hatching anywhere from tomorrow to a week from now, maybe 2 weeks from now. So those are in the incubator now. We're super excited. Alright, now I'm going to be putting the eggs that we took from Cozy's nest into the incubator. It looks like we took out 2 Muscovy eggs and then the 2 peafowl eggs. So we're going to add those to the incubator now. Okay, so up here at the top we have all of our peafowl eggs. So we're just going to add our other 2 right here. And then down here at the bottom we have all of our Muscovies. I did take the 1 guinea egg out that wasn't developing. But I'm going to go ahead and just put it in here anyway because, like I said, this is my first time candling eggs. And in case I make any mistakes, I'd rather just have them in here just in case. Okay, so it's been about 3 or 4 days since we filled our buckets with dirt, and we're just now getting around to planting because there's been so much rain this week. So some of the things we're going to try to plant, and I don't know if it's too late or too early, but we're going to try them anyway. We're going to do some cherry tomatoes, some butter crunch lettuce, some cucumbers, some spinach, some celery, beefsteak tomatoes, some pumpkin, some green peppers, and some bush beans.
Bush beans.
Yep, we're trying to do the bush beans.
In this one.
Yep. I'm just going to poke some holes with the Sharpie. And she's going to put, oops, that's a little too deep, the beans in. Go ahead and put a bean in each hole. Good job. Just cover the holes. Alright, next let's do the peppers. And the emus are ready to be put back in the garage so they can stay warm tonight. that finishes off our week at the homestead.
Okay. Don't forget to like, and subscribe, and share.